Between the hedges, Georgia dogs coming out. War Eagle flying over Jordan hair skies. Hottie toddy down in Oxford, rebels rise. Cowbells ringing in Starkville all night. Rocky Top singing in that Leland light. Anchor down Vandy, black and gold pride. Gamecocks crowing in Columbia loud and wide. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Gators in the swamp, chomping all day long. Saturday nights in Death Valley, that tiger strong. So we Razorbacks, crowd calling the hogs. Blue Reds battle Wildcats, bringing the dogs. Show me Miss Zoe, black and gold fight. Boomer Sooner running on a Saturday night. Hook 'em horns, burnt orange in the sun. 12th man standing, Aggies get it done. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score. Saturday light, y'all know the deal. SC pride, we keep it real from the swamp to the grove. Let that crowd roll. It's water cooler talk. We talk that score.
Yes, sir. Welcome around the water cooler with you guys. My name is Nick Frazier, one half of Water Cooler Talk Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here. The man is back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back with us. He been gone.
I'm back.
He been making steps in the career path. Ladies and gentlemen, you still can't see him, but you can hear him. Tell him who you are, boss man.
Man, I'm happy to be back. Man, it's your boy Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler, man. We thank y'all so much, man. I gotta say this, man. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers. We are almost at the point to where we want to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. It's wild to me that literally like 2 weeks ago we was sitting at 880 subscribers. And we at 990 subscribers right now. 10 away from 1,000 subs, man. So please hit the like button, comment, share the content, tell your friends to come over, subscribe to Water Cooler Talk Sports. We are almost there. Guess what? And we trying to keep going that way, man. So we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here around the water cooler always, all the time. Thank you so much for continuing to rock with us. Before we get into it, as always, follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk there as well. Also, man, follow us on Twitter at CoolestPod23. Hit the follow button over on Twitter because we getting live over on Twitter as well. And of course, as I just said, man, we are on our way to hitting 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the content, share the video. Go watch all the videos, man. We are trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025, and we can't do it without you. So we appreciate that so much, man. We got a couple of super chats in the chat. Okay. Man, we got some super chats in this thing. Shout out to my guy, Black Magic Rodney Williamson, in the chat with the 1999 super chat. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to you, Black Magic Ration. He always rocking
Yes,
with us,
sir.
man. We
Yes, sir.
appreciate you. And then, of course, the Auburn Thaw. Shout out to him. A $10 super chat from my guy, the
Okay.
Auburn Thaw. Donation to get the mayor some clothes so he don't have to do the show naked anymore. Fun.
Hey, that is love, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Shout out to the
Hey,
Auburn
the
Thaw,
thing
man.
about it, Auburn thought since I got a promotion, they supposed to buy my clothes for me. So, yeah, that's on their budget. Nah, I ain't got to come out the budget for that no more.
Boy, that's wild, boy. That is wild. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Shout out to everybody else that's rocking in the chat. Shout out to Phil Will. Shout out to my guy, Fresh Boy from B-Ham. Jay Flowers is in the chat. King Richard is in the chat. What's up, King? How you feeling, my guy? Shout out to the Huggy Beard is in the chat.
Huggy, I was asleep when you called me, Huggy, but I will call you back, bro.
Tim the Tool Man Taylor is in the chat. What's up, my guy? How you feeling? JT rocking with us in the chat as well. JT, what's going on, man? How you feeling? How you feeling? Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us in the chat. My guy Mike McKinney is in the chat. What's up, Mike? Hope you're doing all right tonight, my guy. Hope all is well with you, man. We appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody rocking with us, man. Jay Flowers rocking with us again as always, man. We thank y'all so much, man. Teresa in the chat. What's up, Teresa? How you feeling? How you feeling? Shout out to our guy Auburn Dad for Life rocking with us as well. What's up, AD4L? What's up, man? How you feeling? How y'all feeling, man? We appreciate all y'all so much for rocking with us, man. Shout out to the Auburn Thaw. Shout out to Black Magic, my guy Rodney Williamson for the 2 super chats, man. If you want a super chat, there's the super chat button right there. I'm trying to tell you, Water Cooler Talk is about to go to the next level. Memberships will be coming at the beginning of January because we would love to have your support to help support the channel because we are really about to take this thing. I'm really about to take this thing, take this thing to the next level and become a legitimate, company that we can actually, give you some other inside information. It'll be coming from us. We trying to go to that point. So if you want to help support, super chats are open. We will be introducing that one membership tier starting in January. But we're gonna bring in our guy right here that want to rock with us as always, man. It is the man himself. I don't know if he's still in Nebraska now, but it is. And the insiders. What's going on?
And the insider.
And you're muted. And you're muted.
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about where I'm at. Just know I'm still in the cold state, sir.
You in Nebraska. You still in Nebraska. That's where you at. You still in Nebraska.
I'm next.
Oh, you in Iowa. That's where you at. You in Iowa.
No, on the other way. On the other way.
Oh, you west. Oh, you west then. Oh.
Yeah.
Wyoming?
Uh-huh.
Hey,
yes,
Nick.
sir. Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Boy, what you doing in Wyoming?
I gotta go to I gotta go to Utah.
Oh man, you have fun with that one, bro. Have fun on them roads. It's too snowy and icy out there for me, my guy.
Actually it's nice and warm. It ain't no ice or no snow. Today was 50 degrees. Tomorrow it'll be about 55.
Okay.
So, I'm finna enjoy this little weather here. All
right, I hear you, man.
But I ain't coming back though. I ain't coming back.
I don't blame you. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, I just want to say thank you to everyone, for congratulations and the wishes and man, I really appreciate it, man. And to y'all who want to know, no, I did not win. So it was a long night, but hey, we still celebrated. I still got some free tickets.
I told y'all he cussed all of them, huh?
Hey man, all I would say is my middle name ain't Denzel for nothing. We left up with something. So
Lord.
I like that. You got to understand that reference. You got to get that reference to understand.
Right.
You got to watch the video to understand that reference.
But hey, you know what I'm saying? Thank y'all, man, so much for the love, bro. I really appreciate y'all. And that's all I want to say, man. Thank y'all.
That's what's up. I want to hit this comment real quick before we get into the show. King Richard said, man, seeing your video on Notre Dame, my complaint about the CFP is how are you going to say conference championships don't matter? But that's why Virginia 10-2 and BYU 10-2 lost and couldn't make it in. Hey, King Richard. King Richard, before you do that, King Richard, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know tomorrow's video. I'm giving you a sneak peek. how I would fix the college football playoffs. Coming out tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you tune into it. It's not a long video because it's not complicated. It's literally less than 10 minutes. This video is less than 10 minutes. And I'm telling you, you're gonna understand why is that long? Why it's not that long? Because it's not that complicated. But go ahead, Ant.
Oh, all I was gonna say was first thing first, BYU didn't win their conference, sir.
Alabama didn't either. Alabama didn't either.
No, I'm saying Texas Tech.
Hey, I knew somebody was gonna say that.
Tech won.
I'll wait on that.
So BYU really ain't. I mean, if you go by, okay, this is my thing, right? If you go by the strength of schedule, then why would BYU be in there?
Man, BYU won 6 games against teams that had double-digit wins. That's all I'm saying. The only team they lost to was Texas Tech twice. They lost to Texas Tech twice. That's the only team they lost to all season.
How many was ranked though?
I don't know how many of them were ranked, but the team that you played against, a lot of them had 10 wins. You beat 6 teams that were 10 wins or more. That gotta mean something.
But I mean, I get that, Nick. But my thing, I mean, I guess how they looking at it is how you get those 10 wins. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they beat 6 teams that was able to win.
Hey man,
10 games.
Hey, hold. You ain't gotta start with me now.
I'm just saying.
Start with the college playoff people. Don't start with me because Bama shouldn't be in there.
We all know about the brand bias.
We agree on that.
We all know about the brand bias.
That's what I'm saying.
It is very convenient that it's Bama, Oklahoma, the first round. Come on, man. We all know what this is about.
It is what it is.
Money.
Exactly. We all know what this is about.
Exactly, man.
We all see. We see the writing on the wall. That's all I say.
Well,
and that was my point yesterday. Like, Bama's 9-3,
10-3.
Well, Bama's 10-3.
Like Phil said, Bama was there before the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And they
right.
knew it.
Virginia's 11. Virginia, what, 11-2?
10-2.
Like, come on, bro. How they 10-2, Nick?
They played 12 games. They lost 2 games.
So that means Bama is 9-3.
No, Bama's 10-3. Let me see. Let me see what Virginia's Virginia's reckoning. Hold on. I'll tell you real quick.
I know they lost 2 games. And Bama's lost 3. So why
no, Virginia Cavaliers. Give me 1 second. Virginia Cavaliers football record for this year. They are 10-3. So you're right. They 10-3, just like Alabama.
Okay. So Miami was getting in automatically, and you knew you wasn't putting Duke in there, and Duke won the whole conference.
Hey, watch the video tomorrow, and I'll tell you exactly how I fixed the college football playoff system. I'm telling you that. Let's get into the top. Let's get into the topic tonight, man. We're gonna talk about Alex Golesh tonight, man. Shout out to Alex Golesh, the new head coach of Auburn football. Had his first press conference today, outside of his introductory press conference. Had his first press conference today. That, well, with the media, and by all accounts, from watching it, I thought it went very, very well. To be completely honest with you,
that's my coach.
This guy. It seems as if when he was hired that Sunday when he was hired, when we did DC show that after that evening, I told fans, I said, once you get a chance to hear him speak and you understand exactly how he speaks and how process oriented and detail oriented and how he really believes in that, you are going to like this guy. And I think a lot of people are starting to understand what I meant by that when I say you are going to like him and understand exactly what it is that you're going to get from him. Very process, detail oriented individual that believes in working the process and not just trying to win games. Because if like I keep saying this, every time you hear him speak, he never talks about winning the game. He always talks about the process of getting to the game. He says you can't control the result, but you can control the process that can get you to the result that you desire. So I feel as if we potentially have a guy that's going to be setting a very, very, very firm foundation for Auburn football. He spoke about it today, as a matter of fact. Spoke about how he was asking questions. We're gonna get into it tonight. But the Ant, can you hear me? Ant, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. All right, there we go. He spoke about how the foundation of being a team that is player driven, but also getting the guys in that are the right fit for what the system is and for what the program needs. Before we get into that, I want to get y'all thoughts on this. I'm gonna start with Marcus on this. Marcus, how important to you is what from what you've heard from one Alex Golesh? Are you confident? Are you still neutral, or are you kind of like on the downward path from what you're hearing from him about what this Auburn football program can potentially be?
No, I'm neutral. I don't want to get caught up and once again the person telling me what I want to hear and get hyped up off of. At this point, I'm in a situation where I just gotta see it. So, like, I love what he's saying. He's saying all the politically correct things.
Is he?
Uh, to me, in my opinion, he's keeping me inspired. But at this point, I'm just neutral because I just want to see the product on the field first. And I agree with what you alluded to earlier, Nick. This is a situation where it's a process. So it's like, even if it looks good out the gate, still keep in mind that it's a process. Even if it looks bad out the gate, keep in mind that it's a process. So just give him a chance to build his process, and let's not just, you know, give up on him too quick, or crown him too quick. Just give him a chance to execute his process.
Mm.
So that's how I feel about it. But I really want to see the product on the field first, so I can see, because I haven't seen enough of the process, in my opinion. So I want to see it here at Auburn and see how he builds it from the ground up at Auburn.
He did speak about proof of concept. He did speak about that when he was speaking about recruiting as well. We're gonna talk about it in a minute, but I want to get Ant's thoughts on that before we move to that. What's your thoughts on what you're hearing from Alex Golesh? Ant, all right, I mean, it's been here a week. Has he won you over? Has he? Well, I know he was one of the guys that you wanted, but from what you've been hearing so far, like, has he won you over even more? Do you feel like what you're hearing from him is genuine? Like, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I said it last week. I feel like this was the perfect hire. This was the
Okay.
hire that you asked for. This is the hire that you wanted. He's
Okay.
going. I mean, I know it's hard to relate past to present, but that's all we got to go off of right now. And if you look at the past and how South Florida came up in those 3 years, you could tell that the players they love him. Like, he's talked to everybody in the locker room. If you don't fit the system, he's not being disrespectful about letting them go, but he's just being honest. And a lot of things he said in the press conference is true. I mean, it's a process to change a culture.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you can't expect next year for him to have a great team, great culture, great chemistry, whatever you want to call it, when the chemistry and the culture's been messed up since 2020.
Mm.
You really got 5 years of fixing to do.
Oh, okay. So you bring in a very interesting dynamic. So are you saying that 5 years of fixing a program that has a mentality and culture problem of losing? Do you not think that could be? Do you not think that's something that could be addressed in one offseason?
No.
Really, with transfer portal,
Mm-mm.
NIL, being able to
Not
get you guys in
not
here as
not one
fast as
off
what's his name?
season, Nick,
No.
but five years is way too long. But you giving him a
Yeah.
lot. You giving him a lot of grace. I ain't gonna say. I say 1 year. I say 2 years.
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. I said Ant said it's been 5 seasons of culture and mentality problems of losing. I asked the question. I asked and I asked the question, do you not think he can get that turned around in one season? He was like, nah. I
No.
was like, I was like, really? So I was like, with NIL, with the transfer portal, you don't think that
It's
you don't think
possible.
Auburn can have a Texas A&M, Indiana type turnover in year one?
Is
It,
is
it,
it? Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Marcus.
No,
Go
I
ahead.
want Ed to answer the question because it was for him.
So
okay.
so I'm gonna say it like this: talent and coaching alone, you can do that.
Okay.
But as far as culture goes, it's gonna take at least two seasons, because you've had 5 seasons of bad culture, bad bad favoritism, bad culture, favoritism, everything you could think of is bad in that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't understand that or know that. But winning does change a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
And until you see that you know what I'm saying? Until you see that 10, 11 Auburn to the college playoff type deal, I can't say you can fix it in a year, but it'll definitely improve a lot.
Okay. I'm about to bring in a guy that everybody loves. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite Auburn fan. Everybody's favorite Auburn fan. Everybody loves him. Everybody likes him. Everybody adores him. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Auburn Tez. Tez, how you feeling, my guy? How you feeling?
What's happening, man?
Telling
I
it.
don't know if
Telling it.
everybody likes me,
Yes.
bro. I don't know if everybody likes me now. It's a
Part of the
couple people.
introduction. It was part of the introduction. It was part of the introduction. That's it. Tez.
Yeah.
All
What's
right,
happening?
man. I want to get your thoughts on this, man. One, Alex Golesh had had a press conference today with the media.
Right.
And he said a lot of the same things that you've been hearing, that you heard him say in the introductory press conference. If you've been watching a lot of things about Alex Golesh before he came to Auburn, to me, what he has been saying for the past 3, 4, 5 years, he kind of said right here in this press conference today, which kind of lets me know that it's not something that he just says, but it's actually something that he lives by and believes.
Yeah.
But I want to get your thoughts on it, man. I know you watched the press conference today, and we're gonna get into some of the
Twice.
stuff that was twice, and we're gonna get into some of the stuff that he spoke about. But just a general overall thought process of what you heard from him, and are you more optimistic or are you less optimistic? Are you still neutral? I mean, are you neutral on what you heard from Alex Golesh?
Oh man, I love this press conference, man. Like I said, I don't want to get into the particulars of what he said because we obviously going to talk about that, but I love this press conference more so than his introductory press conference, because I think that the introductory press conference, he was trying to just be a likable person, right? Now you saw a weekend that personality starting to come through. And you start to see that no nonsense mentality. And it wasn't a lot of coach speak, which is refreshing, right? He set expectations, but he didn't come out and just promise things, right? He made it clear that everything that he wants to achieve at Auburn is we're gonna have to work at. He's not. Well, I will say this. One thing I love is he's not enamored with this roster. he didn't he obviously is not walking in this building and say, "Oh my God, these are the best players in the world. I don't have to do anything." Right? He is evaluating them all fairly. Even the people around him, he's evaluating. So just overall, man, it gives me confidence that he's a person that can change the culture. Whether he does, of course, that's yet to be seen. We got to see what it looks like on the field. Um, but it's very clear that what the product that we put on the field and how that looks is very, very important to him.
One of the first questions he was asked was, are you more, and this is everything we say here is not a direct quote. I'm just paraphrasing. One of the first things he was asked was about recruiting. He was asked the effect of, are you chasing, those top 10, top 15 type recruiting classes? What is your thought process on that? And his response basically was, I would think that we can recruit here at an elite level, and being able to recruit those type of guys would put us, in that category. But he says, more importantly, what he's trying to get and what he wants to build is getting the right guys in the building, on the team, that believe in the system and the process, the culture that they're trying to build at Auburn. So if that does relate and correlate into a top 10 class, that's great. If it doesn't, then basically we feel like we got the right guys that can come in and help us win, because they are the right guys that fit the system. One, they're good people and they fit what we want to do overall. So to me, he's not, from the sound of it, it sounds as if he's not trying to chase the flash of trying to get all the 5 stars and the 4 stars. He's trying to chase the guys that can come in and play and be contributors and successful in the system based on the evaluation from the staff. What say you about that one, Tez?
Man, I loved it. That was one of the things I loved the most, is when he was asked that question about those recruiting classes, and like you say, basically said, "Hey, man," I forget the quote, but he was like, it's something along the lines, if you chase with those top recruiting classes, it's I don't know what the word verbiage he used, but it's not a good thing, right?
Yeah.
And you want to kind of get fit first, and you know he also said that, like, man, it'd be great to have a top 5 recruiting class. So if he does, in the event that he does pull in a top 5 recruiting class, we can be confident that it's all like great players that fit and have a great mentality. He also mentioned a lot. Like I said, I loved his answer to that question, because he mentioned a lot about whether players wanted to be here.
Yeah.
Right? He said that a ton. Like, whether we want players that want to be here. Right? Simple as that. And I think that approach leads to a cohesive unit, right? I remember in the first press conference, he talked a lot about building this player-led culture. And not all coaches say that, right? All coaches theoretically want a player-led team. But when you can put together a player-led team of the right players, when it's done the right way, you can build something truly, truly, truly special. So, man, he's winning the press conference right now. I can tell you that much. In my book, there's some people who may not care for it too much, because it's not the kind of talk that you typically hear. He's not going out here and promising all of these things, and we're just gonna be amazing and all of this. He's literally saying, like, hey, we got to get the right type of players in here with the right mentality, that want to work, and we're gonna go from there. And that's something that we hadn't had at Auburn in a very, 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 very long time.
Shout out to Connie, favorite AU fan. What's up, Connie? War Eagle to you, Connie. Marcus, your thoughts on that?
Like Ted said, I feel encouraged. That means you know, his track record shows that he can do less with. I mean, he can do more with less.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically he's just telling us that in so many words that's he's not changing his mentality. He's gonna bring that with him from bringing USF from a 1-10, I think, to a 7-6 next year with a year turnover. So it's just like he has that mentality coming in. So he's just telling
Mm-hmm.
everybody like, "Hey, I'm bringing that same spirit because in a situation right now with the NIL era, you have to have kids that want to be bought in coaching wise to build a process like he's trying to build.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't have a kid that's there just there for the money wise. You got to have a kid there that wants to be coached. And all he's telling you is I'm going to have kids that's in this program that want to be coached by me. No matter how it looks, no matter what kind of star they are, I need players that want to be coached and that's going to go through this process and believe in this process so we can win. I'm not getting kids that's here for the big deal, for the fame. I'm getting kids that I can win with and that I can coach. And I think to me that like Ted said, that's what I'm encouraged by. We're not getting the kid that just to keep the popularity and keep the spirits high in the room. We getting kids that he's gonna win with. So hopefully, like I said, I just want to see the product on the field. I feel like he's saying, Tiz, I feel like he's saying everything that we want to hear. No matter if it doesn't sound how we want it to sound, we still
Right.
he's saying everything that we want to hear. So I just at this point, I'm tired of hearing what I want to hear. I want to see what I need to see.
Well, you
Right.
got a couple of months before that.
Yeah, yeah, nigga, I
We got
know.
about
That's the hard part about it. That's
we
the
got a
hard
couple of
part.
months before that happens, man. One thing he said, I want Ant to jump in on this one. One thing he said was he was not trying to blow up any roster or any of the rooms. You know, I think he was
Right.
asked a question about quarterback, as a matter of fact. He was like, he's not trying to blow up any type of room. But as y'all alluded to, he did mention like he wants guys that want to be here in Auburn. He said he's spoken to majority of the guys that's on the roster now. And I think he said every single one of them that he's spoken with has said that they love Auburn. Not one person, he said, has told them that they like it, that it's cool. He said that every single person, every single one of them said that they love Auburn and they want to be there. You know, in just his conversations with them. Man, Ant, your thoughts on that, man? Like, do you believe that? I'm just gonna ask
No,
Ant that. Huh?
I said no.
No.
Okay, Ant, why don't you believe that?
Because I mean, my thing. So I look at it like this, right?
Okay.
Most of us play football. I went through a coaching change my senior year in high school, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
To the point where we knew, we knew who Mike Dubose was, but we didn't know who he was. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you in college, you're recruited by this coach and this
Mm-hmm.
coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole offensive change on from Derek Nix all the way down to the tight ends coach. So you're not gonna necessarily rock with this staff because I don't know you guys. I
Well, I'm
mean,
not. I don't.
y'all didn't bring me here.
I don't think he was talking about the
I don't think
staff.
that's
I
what
was
he was
just
saying.
no. I don't think that's what he said. I think he was saying more of like the fact of the guys were saying they love Auburn. And what I was trying to allude to was the fact of the matter of saying if the guys love Auburn, it should be easier for him to retain a roster if he can lean into that. Do you believe that?
Mm, I believe they love. I believe they do love Auburn and the environment and the the family aspect and all that. But again, I think, like I said, I mean, I look at the coaching like it's kind of like a pros and a cons deal. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like Auburn is the reason why you want to stay, then you gonna stay automatically. If you got Auburn and you like this coaching staff that was here before, then it's gonna make it a difficult choice.
Mm.
I want this. This is a question for the whole chat, and y'all can go as you can go. Whoever wants to go first here. How long do you think? How long do you think it would take him to lay this foundation, the foundation that he wants to lay, that so it can be a firm foundation and something could be built on? And I asked this earlier. Could we see a Texas A&M Mike Elko situation? Could we see a Kurt Signetti Indiana type situation here at Auburn this coming up season? I mean, we've had this conversation on shows recently, but I kind of want to dive into it a little bit deeper now because I
Can
really want to get y'all thoughts on this. So whoever wants to go first
can
on this one, go ahead, take it.
let me start because I'm gonna put this on you. I'm gonna put this on because that's two different situations.
How?
Signetti brought people from Madison
He bringing
to
people
mix
from
with the play.
USF too.
No, hold on. I know, but this is what I'm saying with Elko and Signetti situation.
Okay.
Signetti brought people that was already in his system to mix with the Indiana players, which is probably what you're gonna have here.
Okay.
Which I think that's a good thing because that'll help build it quicker. Now at A&M, if you notice, Elko didn't bring nobody from Duke for real, but he built a nice foundation that almost crumbled at the end of the season last year. But you know the players believed in him, and you see what happened this year. So I mean, like I say, that's two different routes, and you're probably gonna have the Signetti route. And I think that's a good thing for Auburn because mixing with the players that's already here and bringing your players that played with you last year, that know what you're looking for, that knows your system, knows what you want at practice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They can show them, and I think they'll catch on quick.
Okay. Ted?
Yeah, I mean, I think he could. I don't know about to the degree of those two programs specifically where you got. I mean, I don't know. Do I think he could eventually get Auburn to be a playoff team? In a short answer, yes. But I I think it's more going. It's more of a culture change. How long does that take? That just depends on the players. It depends on winning. It depends on a lot of things outside. I'm not gonna say. Well, I'm gonna say outside of his control. Right. Right. A lot of times when we talk about these situations, we talk about coaches as if they're the ones out there throwing and catching the football.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They have a lot to do with winning, but it's a very minuscule part in the grand scheme of things. Winning is on the players. So can he get the players in here that can do that? I think so. I think he can get players in here with a winning mentality if he commits to his words and what he's saying is the type of player that he wants. Also, he fortunately for him, he walks into a situation where the expectations in year one aren't super high, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Mm-hmm.
nobody's expecting this guy to come out there and win 10 games next year. Do I think he's capable of it? Yeah, why not? But with what we have on the field, what we put on the field last year, yeah, Auburn fans in year one from him would be awesome with 7 wins. I mean 7, 8 wins. We would see that as progress.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think that's what I think you will get more of is I think we'll get better year over year. and you'll be able to see that year over year. Where that ends up, that's like I said, that's totally up to the players. In terms, and so I guess to answer your question, yeah, because
Mike
that's
Elko
kind of what
route.
happened in Mike Elko situation. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it, it was like
Yeah.
what I just said, and then I'm
Uh-huh.
thinking about yeah. So yeah, I guess you could have that type of effect with this guy. But ultimately, like I said, it's up to the players. It's up to the players to go out there and execute. And I mean, his focus is winning games. I do love that. I went and found the exact quote because I thought that it was pertinent to this. It says, "If you try to win signing day, you're barking up the wrong tree. Win football games, and that's what people appreciate." So, like the fact that he says that, like, when's the last time we heard that? Previous coach came in, all we heard about was recruiting, signing day, winning this. He's saying like that doesn't mean the hill of beans to me, really. What people appreciate is winning football games. And so I think that's the mentality that we need from a coach. I don't know. I don't know what, like I said, it's tough to judge these things off a press conference, but I don't know what more you want from a head coach other than for him to come in and say, "Hey, we got to win football games." Simple as that, and everything else will take care of itself. I just so it's short to answer your question. Yeah, absolutely. I think he could have a Mike Elko type ascension to this program.
Marcus, you want to add anything to that before we move on?
I have to agree with you and Tez. I think the nature of the game is that now. Like you have to, with the nature of college football, have to have that type of turnaround. Like Nick said, you have the transfer portal, you have NIL at your disposal, so you have to come in probably 1 year of rebuild, get the culture changed. Then by the second year, you got to show that promise and that turnaround because people are starting to look for it. We like you said, Tess, he's blessed that we don't have expectations like Lane Kiffin or LSU coming in next year. So he gets to come in and he gets to get this kind of set his own expectation. If you get what I'm saying, he gets to set his own kind of standard coming in because if he wins 5 games next year, as long as it looks better from a coaching standpoint, we'll be patient. But like again, the following year it has to be a drastic turnaround, or we will start losing people as quick as he got them. So it's just like the nature of the game is 2 to 3 years turnaround. Like coaches don't get a long time to execute their process anymore. So it has to be that Elko type of effect, or the fan base will start getting impatient, especially in Auburn.
I gotta push back on that, man. I think if you come in, I don't think his standard is to just come in and win 5 games next year, or 6 games, or even 7 games. I think his standard is to come in and be competitive from year 1. I mean, you talk about proof of concept, right? If you are saying that you want to recruit at an elite level, and you saying you want to have elite guys on the staff, that tells me right there that there is no, like, of course you have to know who's going to be on the roster next year. That's part of it. You know what I'm saying? But you're sitting here saying that you probably won't lose a lot of guys in the portal, a lot of key pieces of guys that can contribute right now. And you may have to backfill some areas, as he stated, some glaring differences and stuff like that, and all type of stuff. But I just get the feeling that he wants to come in and he wants to compete now, next year. That's just what it feels to me. Just from the way he speaks, just from, because I feel like if you talk process driven organizations, right? You talk about being detail oriented, and you talk about doing that to get to a result that you do that to get to the result that you want, not knowing if the result you want is going to happen, but you keep doing that process. That tells me that you believe in a system, and that system tells me that if I believe in that system, if I commit to that system, then guess what? I'm committing to being excellent next year or excellent at what I want to do, or I'm trying to compete right now. I know that was a lot of words, but hopefully you got the gist of what I was trying to say.
But
That's what it is.
I understand,
I mean,
but like I was saying, I'm not dismissing what you're saying at all. I think that's his mentality as well. Like any coach who come in should want to win. I'm saying for us as a fan base, our expectation is we don't know because we don't even know what our roster gonna look like right now. We waiting to see. So it's just like our expectation is hopefully 8 games. Like but he has a chance to he has the chance to come in and exceed expectation, or he has a chance to all right, we didn't get those 7 games, but hey, we see he can go. We see he can call plays. We you know what I'm saying. We still got a discipline issue that he's working on. That we be killing ourselves in game. We kill ourselves in games, but we see he cut down on penalty yards. So it's little things like that I feel like we'll be patient on. But you know, like I said, as a coach, he should come in wanting to win. So if he does come in and give us a 10-win season, by gosh, hey, I'm with it.
Mm-hmm,
Can I ask some? Well, it's not an ask. This is more of a point out about the schedule, right?
Okay.
mhm.
So we play. Now keep this in mind. Now, this goes with the whole conversation we talking about. We play LSU, new head coach. Kentucky.
Mhm.
Do we play Kentucky?
We'll look it over real
Are
quick.
they
I'll
on the
tell you.
schedule? I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you.
if they're on the schedule.
I'll tell you
I
real
don't
quick.
think
I got it
so.
in front of me. I got it in
Okay.
front of me. Hold on. We do not play Kentucky next year. No. We
Okay. Arkansas.
we play Vanderbilt at home. We play at
They don't
Alabama,
lost.
at
They
Georgia.
lost. Hold on, slow down, Nick. So Vanderbilt lost Pavia. Alabama's in
Mhm.
disarray right now.
Okay, at Georgia.
Georgia's gonna be Georgia.
Okay. Arkansas at home.
New coach.
Florida at home.
New coach.
LSU at home.
New coach.
At Ole Miss.
New coach.
At Mississippi State.
They still rebuilding.
Okay. At Tennessee.
That's gonna be the interesting game of the season because they both
Mm. Do
because
the
it's
same
student
thing.
versus
Exactly.
teacher.
And Tennessee
Right.
just fired. And Tennessee
So
just fired the defensive coordinator today. So
show
Mhm.
did. So look,
Yep.
with all that being said, and y'all just heard we thought about the schedule's gonna be hard. To be honest, this schedule might not be as hard as we think it's gonna be.
it's a good point. It's a solid point. Solid
Mhm.
point.
Solid point.
Cause you got a lot of rotation going on in that schedule right now. I named it's 5 teams that got new head coaches.
Yeah. I think honestly, man, I don't know if the schedule is our biggest problem. I don't think the schedule is our
Nah,
biggest problem this
it's
year.
gonna be roster retention, and it's gonna be roster retention and culture building.
Yeah, culture building to me is our biggest issue because he's coming to a situation where kids found ways to lose games,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to have to flip that into kids finding ways to win games, and that is not something that's particularly easy to do. Just to
Discipline issue.
build a winning culture, to instill
So
confidence in kids to when the fourth quarter comes, they think that we can win this football game versus how can we not lose this football game. I think that's his biggest task is to put a team together that feels that way. Now how does he do
so
that is getting them buy into the process.
but
No,
and
which was it?
I get what you're saying, Tez, but okay, look at it like this too. And I know a lot of people complain about, if he breaks his quarterback, Deuce might leave. Okay, cool. I understand all that. But look at this. His quarterback is a winner. They was 9-3 last year. If you just say you bring the quarterback, a receiver, and maybe 2 or 3 more people off that roster on offense, that could be that's a start of your culture change right there, especially your quarterback, because that's kind of the leader of your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
So he has a winning mentality, and at the same time, even if they was down losing, he didn't give up. He didn't quit. The team didn't look like a pee-wee football team. You get what I'm saying? Like their mentality was still, hey man, we could pull this out.
Yep.
I like that, but all right, this is what I say. I push back on that with this. If you want, what better way to show the fan base development and process than to develop Deuce Knight? Instead of going and getting a quarterback that's already, that's only gonna be the 1 year. We're not gonna see him the following year because he's gonna be gone. Deuce Knight, showing the world Deuce Knight next year or whenever will show that it's truly a process, and this is the quarterback that's going to lead that process.
Okay.
You got to. But in that analysis, does Deuce Knight want to be at Auburn?
That's
okay.
Nick.
Let me say this right quick. Go ahead.
Nah, you go ahead, because I was gonna fight back with Marcus on that one.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to say this: Deuce Knight is not the key to us winning football games.
He's not. He's not. All I'm saying is,
and if his mentality is to show growth in Deuce Knight to appease the fan base, he's fighting a losing battle already. You bring somebody in here that can win football games, and you prove to the players in that locker room that my process helps us win football games, then all of a sudden, everything that we're talking about in the narrative around Auburn football and how we feel about it changes. All of a sudden, those kids in high school see that and say, hey, whatever he's doing up there, we don't know. We don't really care about the pieces. But whatever he's doing up there, since he touched down in Auburn University, he's had success and he's putting players in position to have success. I want to be a part of that. Right.
But that's pretty much what I'm saying though, Ted. Like, to me, that says more about the process, getting a quarterback that hasn't been a part of it versus going to get a quarterback that has already been a part of it. Like, so to me, I want to see can he develop anybody in the process?
He did. He developed Byron Brown.
But listen,
I get what he's saying though. Go ahead.
So this is my thing, Marcus. I get what you're saying, but look at this, right? You've already developed Brown. You've had him for 3 years now. What culture has Deuce Knight been under since he's been at Auburn?
You free. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's been under a losing culture. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, Mark. It's kind of hard to change that, bro.
Here, okay,
like,
I understand.
All I'm saying is with Brown is, all right, we get him. He already we know he knows the process. So of course the process will look good next year because he's a quarterback that's already been through the process.
But you can say the same thing about when he was at Iowa State when they had Brock Purdy. You can say the same thing about when Hendon Hooker was at Tennessee and Joe Milton was there. So you've seen him do it before. You saw him do it with Byron Brown when he went to USF. So I get what you're saying, but we've seen him do it. Every single one of the quarterbacks that he has that he has had under his tutelage, him and Joel Gordon, every single one of them that they have developed, have gotten progressively better each year they've been underneath him.
Well, Nick, that either furthers my point. If he can do it again, that means Deuce Knight has more eligibility than Brian Brown.
But if you're trying to win, if you're trying to come in and win right now, and establish a culture, why not get the best quarterback that can do that? And if that guy is the one, go get him and have him come in and play and win.
True.
I get so Marcus. I guess what I'm saying is that player that you're talking about does not have to be Deuce Knight. It could be another quarterback out of high school, another quarterback. You see what I'm saying? We can't get
I agree,
fixated
Ted.
on just Deuce Knight. Is what I'm
I agree.
saying.
I was just saying the youngest quarterback in the room, though.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see a quarterback that's gonna be here for the process, not just a 1 year rental. So that's why I use Deuce Knight as an example, Ted. Not just, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it could be any quarterback. It's just I want a quarterback that's gonna be here through the process, just not a quarterback that we just getting for a 1 year rental just to make the process look good. And we like, wow, that process is amazing. And then, you know, we back at square one.
But it's automatic. It's automatic that he's gonna be here. He's just a redshirt freshman coming up. So he's still. I mean, you don't want him to transfer. You want him to stay. I get that.
Right.
I understand all that. But if you look at it, if he stays, you still got 3 years with Deuce. Deuce would be a guaranteed starter in 27, right? That's guaranteed. If he stays at Auburn, he's a guaranteed starter.
Don't know about
Brown comes in. I mean, I'm just saying hypothetical.
There's always shiny new toys, man.
Exactly.
Right.
It's competition.
Right.
And that's something that this coach does. This coach does have competitions. So I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and say automatically Deuce Knight is going to be the guy. Now, granted, if Hugh Freeze was here, the previous coach was here, I probably would have been like, yeah, you're correct. He probably would have been that dude. But one thing that he has that he speaks about every single time that he speaks about competition. So I'm not so sure. It really depends on when I listen to this, when I listen to him talk and I listen to him talk about what his staff evaluates and looks for. I really believe they do this because they have a track record of doing it. They did it at Iowa State. They did it at Tennessee. They did it at USF. I don't doubt them not to do it. I don't doubt that they're not going to do it again here. So I understand where you're coming from, and I understand I understand a lot of people want to see Deuce Knight be successful in an Auburn uniform. But I wholeheartedly believe that you will see if whatever quarterback comes in, if they stay in the system long enough, they will be a different quarterback from year one up until the time they leave, whether it's year 3 or year 4. That's just all I'm saying. I completely understand. I understand everybody want to see Deuce Knight go out here and ball, but does Deuce Knight want to be at Auburn too? That's the question. There is no intel that's telling us that he does not want to be there. Yeah, there's nothing telling us that. But it's still there is still the thing. You still have something called the transfer portal. You still have NIL where you can potentially go out there and get paid and get money and get more for your likeness and for a brand that you're building. So I'm just putting it out there
real quick, then Nick.
Go ahead.
You know what this smell like?
What it smell like? With the Rockets cooking? I just had to throw that. I'll just play.
I
was pretty good. I must say, man, pat yourself on the back. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But this is about to leave this is about to leave a bad taste. This sound like a very gushy situation right now.
Gushes? Who is Gushes?
A very Gus-like situation right now. Like,
hold up. Wait a minute.
You bring in a 1 year rental just because we want to win now. He take us to a national championship his first year, and then we got to start all the way back over the following year after.
Well,
just because we wanted a quarterback to go through that, they've been in the process, and we wanted to win now instead of building a quarterback through the process. That's all. That's all I'm saying. You know, we win, we come back, then we go back to 8-4, 9-4. We was up. We didn't want to go. We don't want, like Ted said. You win early, then you go back to being mediocre.
Okay. Well, hold on. I want y'all to hold y'all thoughts right there, because I'm gonna bring in 3 people that want to get in on the conversation before we get out of here. We ain't gonna be on here too much longer. But I'm gonna bring in our guy, the Rooster Mac himself, the Huggy Beard. I'm bringing in our guy, Mr. 21, Ed Darby, and I'm bringing in our guy, Big Ken. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling?
What's
Fellas.
happening? What's happening?
Chilling. So I'm gonna start with Huggy because Huggy was in here first, and I want to get Huggy's thoughts on this. Huggy, you heard the conversation before you came in. What's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts, I'm going to go back to, I'm going to kind of echo what Marcus said. Uh, Everything that's being discussed overall is just part of the growing pains of a culture change. And in my opinion, the real signs that this is going in the right direction, they will be able to be seen pretty early on because of how bad it is. But to me, it'll be hey, on third, as good as the defense has been on third and long or third and anything for that matter, they got a problem getting off the field. You'll notice that when that goes away.
I'm not
When
laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you, Huggy. I'm laughing at.
No,
I'm laughing at.
comment.
Yeah, I'm
I
laughing at
know
one of
what
the
you laughing
comments.
at. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's a good comment. That's actually funny. Shout out to team. But go ahead,
Hey,
Huggy. Go ahead.
hilarious too, bro.
Go ahead.
did they get 7 penalties for holding or false start? And it was always at those moments when we've all, because I think we would all agree in the last 4 or 5 years, you could even longer righteously that you could pretty much bet if you're watching that Auburn game, you'd get a feeling like, yeah, here we go. And sure enough, I bet you were right more than you was wrong. You dig?
Mhm.
You'll notice those things immediately. And the players leaving, I'm not shocked by anybody because no matter who you are used, even if you weren't with it, you did get used to it. You went along to get along. You did. So all these players jumping this, that, and the third, that's all growing pains, and that's how we know that there is a change. And know you know the penalties, and we were able to get off the field, or hey, we got in the red zone and we actually scored. Uh, that you'll notice those things because Auburn is such the opposite. You dig?
Mhm.
Uh, but I'm all for, hey, if you don't want to be here, I would recommend you go somewhere else because no matter how good you are, if you don't really want to be there, then you're not going to be there. You might be present in body, but you're just going to go through the motions. So if they feel they got to bounce, they got to bounce. Because also like with the thing with Notre Dame and everybody's, this is a part of it. It is clearly a business, and it is what it is. But I'm confident. I'm hoping that this is a burn off, that we're going to get rid of having the little whoever bowl or this, that, and the third. Like you shouldn't get a bowl game for 6-6, 7, and righteously you shouldn't get it for 8-4. Like you should have a legit winning, like something you want to celebrate. It shouldn't just be like I'm not mad at none of them for turning them down. Because look at what happened to my beloved Knowles. They played when like I can't even remember the number of starters that set that game out, and they were absolutely manslaughtered. And it has broken that program, which doesn't say a lot in and of itself. I don't think Auburn's to that level, but yeah, we should notice all this quickly because it'll be, and he'll do it from day one just by his actions. That's the thing. If he's that coach, they won't take the ones that are with it. It won't take them long to get in line, and then that example will trickle down, trickle down. You'll notice it quickly. Because I'm saying his first year should be 8-4.
Okay.
Like I'm not expecting 10 and nothing. Uh, that's what I want to see.
Okay.
We don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We actually did, you know, victory was clearly in in the jaws, and we didn't snatch it. You dig?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
and that wasn't like a Rooster Mackin reference, by the way. I just thought about how that sounded. I mean, you know what I'm saying? All the when I say snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, had
Yeah,
to
I get what
prep.
you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody didn't just gasp, be like, "Oh hell, Rooster's talking about snatching draws and jaws." What the hell? And shout out before I go to my main man, Marcus. That's why you a big dog, cuz. Congratulations on all your success.
I appreciate
Uh,
that.
and I'm gonna go ahead before I go and do it in front of everybody because I've been putting it off for various reasons. If tight is Timu Carl Winslow, and Nick is down south Eddie Winslow, and Sharp is down south Waldo Faldo, it is officially now that Marcus is down south Stephon Urkel. And before you laugh and think that that's an insult, let's be honest. Oh, Stephon was smoother than a nun's thigh. So he come out winning out of everybody. At least, y'all can all tell Sharp, at least you're Waldo. But shout out to my big dog, Marcus. Congratulations, bro, on all your success. Love you, cuz.
Appreciate
Y'all
it,
stay
bro.
super fly.
Shout out to the
Hey, did I
Huggy Beard himself.
Appreciate it.
did I
Hey,
miss
love
the
you too, my boy.
announcement? Did Marcus win the award?
No,
No, I
Marcus
did not,
lost.
bro.
Lost.
Long night.
Oh well, congratulations! You won it in my book, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
but hey, we left there with something we had. They gave us some free arcade tickets. So when we left there, we went to the arcade and I had fun. So we left there with something. Hey, it was a great night.
That's what I'm talking
And I
about.
and
That's
I was
awesome,
drunk and
man.
I passed out and I don't remember nothing else. But that's
Mr. 21.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Chilling.
What's happening?
Yeah, what we got? What's the question?
Yeah, no, we was asking the question. I mean, we've kind of steered toward this conversation of quarterbacking with this roster, with this coaching staff and this roster, and
Okay.
deciding on basically the setting the foundation and setting the culture of the program, and looking to see exactly how this roster fits with what Alex Golesh wants to build and bring to Auburn football. And the conversation is kind of steered towards should he or should he not bring his quarterback with him, or should he use a new quarterback in a new system to prove his process can work?
Yeah, my thoughts is I'm probably on the opposite side of Marcus. I don't care by any means necessary. Do whatever you need to do. This is probably the first coach that the way he's been talking, he's making me a believer. And at some point, you got to start trusting a coach. I know we got PST from the past three coaches, but yeah, how he's been speaking, how detailed he is about stuff. I have no problem with him going out and getting a 1-year guy, then the next year going to get another 1-year guy, and then getting your guy in for the next 3 years, and grooming somebody doing it that way. For me, with him, I think he got everything under control. I don't care what he does. I don't care if people leave. I'm just sitting back waiting because I believe this is going to work out. So yeah, but if Perry, I know a lot of people are upset with Perry Thompson leaving. I don't care. If Cam leave, they don't want to be here. Go. We have to change. This has to change. So I'm impartial to winning. So any means necessary. Whatever you got to do, sir, go find it. I want a team unity approach, just like I said, that Indiana team. They only know 3. They don't got no really high stars. They just play together. They coached. That's what I want.
But I would say I would say this, Ed. If he can win, why can't he win with his process next year with Deuce?
If he makes that decision, that's fine. It's his decision.
I'm just saying, whoever the guy is to lead the regime. All I'm saying is, my point is, Ed, I want a guy that's going to be there for the process. But if he can win, I want to win too as well. But I would prefer having a guy that's going to be there for a longer amount of time to win with, versus just a 1-year rental. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I got it. He has to be able to make that decision. So, but in order to do that, he's going to have to bring somebody in. So
yeah, he's getting paid to win games. He's not getting paid to win games with a quarterback we already have.
And I understand
to prove that.
I think you're good, Marcus. But some people I've listened to, and some people that have typed in about Deuce Knight and some of these players with Cam Coleman. My recommendation: you got to get your emotions out of it, man. You gotta let it go. We love these guys, but it cannot be emotional.
Well, the thing about it is you can't change team culture without rearranging the pieces on the team.
That's
I get that too, Marcus. But here's my thing. I ain't being combative to nobody on the platform here. It's just me making my honest opinion. My honest opinion is that even though we're not supposed to speak about him or nothing, I can say in that closing press conference or whatever you want to say, interview or whatever, he got one thing right. of what he said, and that was roster retention. Me personally, I think that the roster that he's inherited, he can go out there and win if your system is proving that it can win and you're in X amount of stats last season, no matter what season that you're in. I just honestly feel like the roster that we put forth last year was better to play, or could be better displayed.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
yeah, roster
And
retention is number
and
one.
and and,
So
and, and, and also we're speaking on these kids like they didn't come from winning programs. Your team takes on the identity of your head football coach. If your head football coach is going to come in there and coach you, and he's proven that he can develop quarterbacks and all this right here, you will see that on the field. No matter if you got a Deuce Knight or you got a Joe Burrow, it don't matter. I just feel like if your system, like it is proven to work, that the pieces that we have, I don't care what nobody say, you're not gonna find no Cam Cole. I don't care where you go look. And it's cool if you're not gonna go look for them and you don't need those pieces. That's cool. But I'm saying if you have that weapon on your team, why not make it or give it that much of an edge in retaining him?
Yeah.
Perry
Well,
Thompson. I hate that he had to go. I really feel like he was one of the ones that he should have went after harder versus everybody, even the Deuce. Because I just like his production on the field. That kid right there coming from a winning program and you're proving that you're a winner, that ain't gonna do nothing but elevate his play in the end of the day. I feel like.
yeah,
so
I
I
agree.
got a simple.
You should keep roster retention as number one. But once again, like Nick keeps saying, do you want to be here? You want to be here for the right reasons. We're going to offer you money. I'm not going to beg you to stay here.
I have a simple question. Do we want to win games or not?
I want to win games by any means
No,
necessary.
I mean,
I know what Ted's going. I know what Ted's going.
Simple question is like, do we want to win games or do we not? Like, who cares? He's the kid. I say the kid because he's young, but he's making $6.5 million as a base pay, which is relatively low, with a potential to be the highest paid coach in college football next year if he gets us to the playoffs. Who, like, do we want to win football games? Is he getting paid to win football games, or is he getting paid to prove that he can win football games with the players we already have? He's getting paid to win football games. If those players don't want to be a part of that, or they don't fit in what he's doing, see, a part of your system, that system that we saying that, hey, he should be able to win with anybody, or he should be able to win with this roster. The part of a system is that the players that you have to fit that system. They have to buy in 100% to that system. They have to have the skill set and fit 100% in that system. I do not care.
So I got a question. I got a question
Brown,
for you, Ted.
if Byron Brown, hold on. If Byron Brown comes in here and he wins, let's say Byron Brown comes in here and it's a 1-year rental and we win 10 games next year. The entire narrative around what we're saying about Deuce Knight and who, even if Cam Coleman's not on the roster, there will be other receivers. These aren't these players as great as they are, and I love them to death. To think that they are irreplaceable is just, it's really, really far-fetched. Like, yeah, you can get production out of any player that fits in the system. Is there another Cam Coleman out there? Probably not. But how many games have we won with Cam Coleman on our roster? How many games have we won with Deuce Knight? My question becomes simply, do we want to win games or not? Are we going for style points? Like, I don't, he's, like I said, he's not getting paid to win games with this roster. Nobody's paying him. They didn't pay him and say, hey, come prove you can win with these guys. That matters a hill of beans, right? We watched Clark Lee come into Vanderbilt with what was going to be a 1-year rental until he actually sued to get more years. And then guess what comes out of that? They got the #1 quarterback in high school committed to their school now. That's different. Like, that's what happens when you win. Winning cures all of this, right? the whole reason we having this conversation is because we're a mediocre football team. To be honest with you, because good football teams don't care about stuff like this. The whole reason we're having this conversation is because we're a 5-win football team. Because if we're a 10-win football team right now, well, of course, we still had the same coach, but if we were a 10-win football team,
That's
like we was
everybody though.
a perennial winning football team, man, we wouldn't care about who's pulling the trigger or what players we have. Go get us the guys
Next
that
man up.
works.
Okay,
That
so
works with what you
my
do.
question. If history repeats itself, and we go through another 2 years, and we didn't do nothing to retain the roster, all our players are gone, and history is repeating itself. We don't know if he's gonna get here and actually work. We're trusting that stuff that he's put up at other teams, same shit that, excuse me, same
No,
stuff
for
that
sure.
Hugh Freeze did at other schools. He had winning season at other schools. He came to Auburn and he wet the bed. So what if
So-
Golesh come
Nah,
here
this-
and wets the
this-
bed
this-
and dismantles this offense?
This is
But
this
what
ain't
other
gonna be the
coach?
same. This
Bro,
ain't gonna be the
what
same
other-
situation.
let Ant go. Let Ant go.
This ain't gonna be the same situation for one, because he's not calling plays. He doesn't
All I'm
have a
saying
big
is
ego.
you got to prove it,
He
big dog.
doesn't, but he doesn't have a big ego to the point where I got a good or a great offensive coordinator on my staff, and I'm not gonna let him call plays.
But Ant, correct me if
He
I'm wrong.
already,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
In his statement, in his opening statement, he said that he was going to work.
Mhm.
He can deal with the pieces that he has dealt with. He can produce with the pieces that he has. Correct.
Mhm.
So all I'm
He
saying
said
is,
that.
I'm not saying that he has to work with this roster, but he's saying he can do well if he had to. If he had to go in tomorrow with this exact same roster, no Brown, no nothing, he can
He
win.
feel like he can get a win.
Exactly.
That's
So
exactly how he
all.
feels,
That's
and I
all.
like
That's all
that.
I'm saying.
And
I don't.
that is I like that idea of him too.
And
But all I'm
and
saying
that's
is
all I'm saying. I'm not saying that
No.
it's nothing wrong with him going to get Brown and winning immediately
Mhm.
or whatever. But he said out his mouth that he can win with the pieces he has. His process is that good.
Well, let me ask you
His
this question.
process has been
Right.
proved.
Let
His
me ask you this
process,
question.
like Nick
And I-
said, like
Let me ask you
everybody
this
has
question.
said, the numbers have shown his process has been proven to
Let me
be
ask you this
that
question.
good.
Let me ask you this question. Wait.
let me sneak this in right here.
Hold on. Let me ask you this question. Would you rather have okay, that is. Would you rather?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Ted.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm
That's
with
the
you.
ultimate. That's the ultimate point. But would you rather go? And I'm gonna use Ed as a muse here.
Oh, snap.
Would you rather go into battle with somebody?
All right, so basically,
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm
Brown
saying.
guarantees
Listen to
wins.
what I'm
That's what we're
saying
saying.
first. Hold up.
Mm-mm.
Would you rather go into battle with somebody that has done it with you before, or would you rather go into somebody? Would you rather go into battle with somebody that just got there and you have to learn it?
Hey,
If it's available,
like you said,
if it's available to you,
bring Brown. Hey, bring
if it's
Brown.
available to you, would you rather go with the experienced one or the one that has to be taught?
The one that got to be taught.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I'm gonna say the one that has to be taught, because if you go with some, it's just like me and you. If me and you were on a day-to-day basis and we were hanging out day to day, I know your tendencies. I know what you're not good at. I know what's gonna rattle you. Versus having me somebody that's with a clean slate and gonna come in and I'm gonna teach him everything that he needs to look for. And then we assess it that way. But if I already got him and I already know he gonna fold under pressure, or he get hit too hard, he gonna crumble, he gonna short arm throws and stuff like that. I already know this.
But it's the same. But the person that has the experience, you taught him the exact same thing.
Some people just don't have it.
But this person threw for 3,100
Okay.
yards and ran for another house.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying like the change of the game.
Answer your question.
He's coming from two different conferences, man. Come on, not
What does that mean? What does that mean? A ball player, regardless.
But I'm just saying, to answer your question though, Nick, if it was a situation like Pavia's situation, like I can get a year and with him and then get a following another year with him.
They didn't know that though.
Huh?
They did not know. They didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they didn't know that.
They thought he was a 1-year rental.
look,
they didn't know that.
Exactly. That's my point.
Hey, look, if he can,
And guess what? And guess what? Pavia was underneath Jerry Kill and Tim Beck at New Mexico State. They brought their guy with them that knew the system.
That's the reason why I said that, Nick.
So my point is in the logical thinking of all of this, 9 times out of 10,
because
you're going to go
Pavia
get the
2 years to
people.
get
You're going to
acclimated,
go get the people that know what you want to do done first, that already know it. Just in the logical thinking part.
I question you this, Nick. How many did Vanderbilt win first year with Pavia?
They won 7 games.
8.
Okay,
7.
So
8 games.
all right, so 7 games with a 1-year rental, or 7 games with a guy who's gonna be there that I can build with going forward.
You probably would have got the 7 games.
But you're not. You're
Cause,
not.
cause, hold on, because my whole thing is
honestly looking at our season next year of people that we play. Do we honestly think we're gonna get 7 games?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think Auburn.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Auburn.
7 games.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
7 games.
7
Cool.
there.
In the Pavia
We're
situation,
playing a lot of first-year coaches, so it's not like
That's what I'm saying. 7
we're
games.
playing a lot of programs with roster turnover. So, I mean, 7 games is definitely doable.
It's
7 games is
definitely
very
doable.
doable.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Yo,
So
to
can I
answer
say-
your
Hey, we all
question,
agree on that part. That's the funny part. We all
I
agree on
don't
that.
think- I don't think and being real, cause I don't think we're gonna get 7 this
The
year.
only thing that we're disagreeing on is, do we want a 1-year rental or do we want to build with a guy that should be with the program for the duration of the process?
and my
That's
answer is
that's all we own.
My answer is just
I
win
got
the game. Just win the damn game.
I got
my
it.
answer
That's all
along
that
with Tez is I don't
that's it.
care. I don't care who just get it done.
Yeah, just get it done.
Yeah.
At the end of
So-
the day, just get it done. I want to win.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about Deuce Knight. I think he's a great prospect. High school film looks great. He had a great game at Kentucky. But the only reason that we are so high on in choosing Deuce Knight in this situation is because he's the unknown. Right?
Exactly.
He's the unknown factor, and we're assuming
Exactly.
that he's going to be the savior for Auburn.
Exactly. Great
If we were talking about, think about this, if we were talking about any of the other quarterbacks on our roster right now, the answer would be clear: bring in Byron Brown. But because we have not seen Deuce Knight, we don't know what that is. We're just going to assume that it would work. He may not fit the system. He may not want to be here. He may not be the quarterback that gets this whole thing moving for us. You know what moves these programs? Winning football games. That's why I love that he said that. And I read that quote again. You chase top 10 classes. Hold on, let me pull it up. You chase top 10 classes. It's taking me too long, but you chase top 10 classes, it's gonna fail. You need to win games. That's what people care about, and that's what we care about: winning football games. At the end of the day, that's what it's about: winning football games. The previous coach said all of these same things. He had the top 10 classes. He had the shiny new toys. He brought in all the personnel, and guess what? He didn't do.
Didn't
win football games. And it means a hill of beans, right? It means a hill of beans. Nobody cares about any of that stuff that we're talking about because we don't win football games. Bring me a coach that can win football games if he has to rent. If we have to rent a quarterback every single year that he's here, as long as he's winning football games, I don't care.
Don't care.
Let's take the Kiffin approach. Let's just
here's
go
where,
to the quarter every year.
Here's where I get a little bit more nuanced with it. When I look at a guy like Brock Purdy, who was at Iowa State, the same Joel Gordon, and the same Joel Gordon, and the same Alex Golesh that had the offense there. They made him a draft pick, and you see what he's doing in the NFL now. They made him draft him. You look at the situation with Hendon Hooker. You look at the situation with Hendon Hooker. You look at the situation with Joe Milton. Hendon Hooker wasn't even a starter. And they brought him into Tennessee and made him a starter and had Heisman buzz about him as well. So I get it. What I'm sensing from this conversation is I sense that people just want to see it done with Deuce Knight. That's what I'm sensing.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
Can I
what I'm
make a
feeling.
comment?
I'm feeling people want to
Can I-
see it done with Deuce Knight, which is fine.
Yeah.
I
Hold on.
think a lot of people want to see Deuce Knight succeed at Auburn. But the thing is, what you have to understand is when you listen to this dude talk, when you listen to this guy talk, he talks about getting the right people that want to be there and the right people that fit the system.
Can I-
We don't know if that's Deuce Knight, if that's what if that's who they want. I'm not sitting here saying it's not, and I'm not sitting here saying it is, but I believe if he says that he can win with him, he would do it. But the thing is, there has to be a competition, some type of way. We cannot, we have at Auburn, we have just been this has been going on for almost 13, 14, 15 years now, to where we would get a guy that's a highly rated guy and just anoint them the starter.
Facts.
We do that all the time. We've done it all the time. We did it with Jeremy Johnson. We did it with Sean White. We did it with Bo Nix. We just went out and got the highest rated guy that we could get and just anointed him the starter. There's never really been any real competition at that position at Auburn in a while. So my thing is, when the guy comes in and he talks about the process, part of the process is competition. So here's where I would say this: if you do bring in Byron Brown, and him and Deuce Knight
wins the job.
Deuce Knight wins. Congratulations!
Oh my God.
Guess
You
what?
got yourself something.
You got yourself a quarterback. He just beat out the guy that's been with this dude for 3 years and did that. All I'm saying is let the competition happen. That's it. That's all. That's it.
Can I make a comment?
Go ahead.
Cause somebody said something about he did it in the American or whatever conference they in, right? Let's not forget they first 3 games of the season was against number 25, number 13, and number 5 at that time. And Byron Brown did not look bad against now one of those teams. And if you don't know the teams, it's Boise State, Florida, and Miami. Matter of fact, he beat Florida and he beat Boise. And they played Miami pretty close till about the end of the third,
They
fourth
lost
quarter.
to Miami though.
It don't matter a lot. I mean, you got to think about the talent that they have. The talent that they have is not going to match what you have. That is true. But if you get him to a different school, a different conference, whatever, then you have the same talent as a Georgia. You have the same talent as a Bama. You have the same talent as a Vanderbilt, Miami, whoever. Who's to say that man won't get better in playing here at Auburn? Y'all looking down on the man before he even get here. Like he's just gonna be garbage or something.
No, I'm not saying that he's garbage. I just don't. I don't know, man. And I'm not saying that I don't want him to come here. My biggest thing, like I said when I got in here, was roster retention. That's it. Now, if he has to come back and we get the quarterback and Deuce learns under him, I'm all for that. All I'm saying is roster retention, man. Like I'm tired of being set up for failure, bro. Like each one of these times we come out there and we say we're gonna win. Now we done had a coach I know, and yeah, it's been some hellified seasons where we done went through and we didn't look like nothing. But we also had them seasons where we come on and pop off and win a national championship, and the next year we don't look like nothing. I'm talking about I want to get us back to a steady flow of winning football games, and
I agree with you.
something to show on the football field. Because right now, I mean, yeah, okay, we go out here and he come in here, he win us a national championship next year. Then next year after that, we looking for a quarterback. Then we go ahead and win 5 games. Then next year we win 4. Then we talking about getting rid of them. And then we back all over the square one again. I'm just getting tired of that same narrative.
You got the Auburn PTSD for real, dog.
Yeah, that's
Here's what I want to say to that. I just want to make a real quick point, man. The last coach had roster retention. Every year, nobody left. Everybody cried and said, "Oh, y'all gonna lose games. Y'all gonna lose all these players." Nobody left for real. We retained all these guys. We kept Cam Coleman in the boat. We kept Perry Thompson in the boat. These guys stuck around. What did it mean when we didn't win games?
But
So
shit,
couldn't coach
this is what
then.
I'm saying about that. Even what I'm saying about that, I can't even fault the players, man. I
That's
can't
what
fault
couldn't
them
coach.
players for that, man.
Me
I
neither.
fault the head football coach.
So that's
Even
more
when he
reason to
turned
give
over
this
the
guy
play
a
calling,
chance.
our offense looked way better under Derek Nix than it did our head football coach. So how can you sit? We
Because
sit up there and say that the players, the same player played the same for Hugh Freeze that they did with Derek Nix, and our offense.
Right.
I would have took our offense under Derek Nix on the air game that we played last year.
I
so
give you
look,
that.
let me
I
show.
give you
But
that.
look, let me show you. Let me show you the difference. Let me show you the difference of the situations that both of them have first
Nine
year.
routes ain't gonna win you no football game. I don't care what you say.
So
9 routes is not gonna win you a
no,
football game.
that's not.
Well,
No,
but
Comeback
you better
routes are
get
not
used
gonna
to it.
the
win you a football.
difference.
No.
You better get used to those
The
too.
difference of what you have. The difference in what you have now compared to what Hugh had when he came in is you have a roster. You don't have to go to
Huh?
the portal and get 45 players that really didn't even match up with what you wanted from the jump. Harson killed recruiting. You really didn't have no recruits under Harson, period. So you really had
That's
a
debatable. That's debatable.
It goes back further than that.
Harson had top 20
yeah,
classes.
it do Tez, but I ain't wanna just really
Harson had
go
top 20
that deep
classes. I'm just gonna be
into it.
honest with you. He had top 20
He
top 20
did
classes.
okay,
He did.
he might have had top 20 classes, but you didn't have no offensive line.
Excuse me. I think
But
one
my
of his
whole
classes
thing
was
is
top
comes
You
25
didn't
and
down.
the other one was like
It
top 20.
all not to cut you off. It all goes down to proof of scheme and proof of concept. And my whole thing
mm-hmm.
is going back to what I was saying about I would be like because my whole thing is I want to win just like Ed do. If Brown come in and he win, let's
That's
go.
proof of
I'm with it.
concept.
I'm with it. I'm an Auburn fan. I want to
Mm-hmm.
F and win. But my whole thing is to encourage fans, like going back to what Kendall's saying, to encourage us to show us that process is gonna be sustained, it's gonna be working. I don't care if he's Deuce Knight. I just want to see it with a younger quarterback that's gonna be here for the circumstantial amount of time for us to see the process play out. I
I
want a
don't even
Yeah.
quarterback
care if
that's
it's the
going.
quarterback he just brought in.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
that's what I
care.
was about to say. That quarterback may not be on the roster yet.
Yeah, that's
You know
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
mean?
I don't care who he is. Ted. I just want to see him have a quarterback and he go through first year 8 wins, the progression of a championship quarterback. I want to see. I want to be a winning team. I want to have a winning coach.
But
I don't want to just
but look,
1 year rental. We have success and then we
And then
go
it's
back to
over with.
being that lame team.
so so let me say this then, Marcus. And in actuality, who writes the checks for you? The fans or the alumni?
We still trying to figure that out here.
Well,
That's a good one. That's a good
well,
one.
my
That's
point
That's a
funny.
good one.
Oh man.
my point to
That's
that with
funny.
Marcus is the process is whatever the process is going to be. That process underneath this coach is probably going to change and adjust. That's what's different
Yes.
between him and Hugh Freeze and
hmm
Gus Malzahn. Now, I do understand that you want that quarterback to be there for a couple of years, but there is other ways to do it. I mean, you see Miami that's coming in with these 1 year rentals. They still put up 10 wins every year. It depends on what you're looking at. He did
Yeah,
say that
I agree to that, Ed, because I don't know his
he,
process yet. I
yeah, he
definitely
did
agree
say
with
in the
that.
press conference that he does not want to get rid of anybody, but if you don't want to be here, then you're not going to be here. So yeah,
And,
Right.
he's doing roster retention. It's just
and,
it's up to them guys.
Yeah, it's
I
super
feel
important
like
to him.
I get that. But what I'm saying, I think that will weed out itself. If you come in here with a program and you stay dedicated to your and committed to the way you run your offense, your defense, your whole football team in every aspect, you're gonna weed out the players that really don't want to be there. You're gonna sit back as a coach. Oh no, he gonna be a counselor. We got to get him up out of here.
Yeah.
Or he gonna quit on his
That's why he's
own.
trying to do it. That's why he's trying to do it.
But that's
now.
what he's
Yeah,
that's what he's
yeah,
saying.
that's what he's
That's
doing
exactly
now.
what he's saying.
That's what he doing now. Yeah.
He wants to do it now because you don't
Yeah.
have a spring window. You got to get these guys that want to be in here now and the ones out now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
don't stay
That's
here just
right.
because you want some money, or
Yeah.
if that's the hang up.
But I just really feel like he looking at it. You ain't gonna really too much find them player that it right now it's a mental thing. When you start putting that, I'm a physical person. When you start putting that physical day-to-day practice and going into a routine that you know you got, it gonna be some of them days. It gonna be some of the players that stayed that he thought was gonna be committed to the team. They gonna want to leave. If you coming up with a program and this is your program and this is how you do it. And you take that mindset that everybody on this panel is saying that we gonna take that mindset that we don't care about the players, we just want to win, and you doing whatever it takes to win. It's just like remember the time, man. Some of them players wanted to get up out of there.
Okay, but you had that even in high school ball.
I
You might have
understand it.
100 players on the team. You might have 100 players on the team, and at least 30 of them gonna quit.
All right, fellas. We gotta end this in a minute. We got 2 more minutes, man. I'm gonna let everybody get their last little bit out. We got 2 minutes. What's on your mind?
Hey man,
We get it started.
We're in a good situation, man. Look, man, we got a lot of content coming. We got a lot of debates like this. Hey man, at the end of the day, we all want the same thing: Auburn to win, man. Shout out, man. Everybody be blessed. Catch us back Wednesday.
Kendall, what's on your mind, man?
Hey man, I just want to see Auburn restore back to dynasty, man. When we start this 6th turnaround, man. That's all I want to see, bro.
There it is. Mr. 21.
Yeah, but just want to see us win. I want to see people get behind this coach.
Yeah.
As a former military, as a retired military member, somebody who's moved around every 3 years with different commanders, different supervisors every 2 to 3 years. I can see this dude's different. The way he talks is different. You can't see that different from Hugh Freeze and Gus Malzahn. I don't know what to tell you. Like this is gonna be this is a new day, and I really do believe in it. So, yeah, whatever he decides what he wants to do, I'm behind it.
And
That's my coach.
Wow.
shout out to Ed.
It's instant in
I mean,
Nebraska.
y'all listen.
Nah, he in
So let
Wyoming.
me say this. So I'm in Wyoming. So look, let me explain why I say that, right? If I was like I said, I seen them play Utah, and I seen how their team played against Utah, and I knew then he's a good coach. He's real good. Listening to everything that he's been coming in saying on the interviews and all that makes it even better. Think about this. I want everybody to think about this. All the arguing y'all have heard just then, that's just Auburn fans being Auburn fans, right? Look at what this man has done everywhere he's been. Most of the teams that he's been on has had losing seasons, and him and his staff has turned it to a winning season. The man started coaching under Jim Trussell. If y'all know about Ohio State back then, Jim Trussell is a great coach. Hall of Fame type coach. He went to Toledo and turned it around. He went to Iowa State, turned it around, USF, in Tennessee. He's been under great offensive-minded people. I agree with Ed. Man, y'all, let's just stick behind him, man. Just trust the process.
And there it is. Trust the process. Tez.
Yeah, man. A lot of what I just want to win football games, man. However that looks, it looks. Win football games, and then we can worry about the rest. After that, one of the things that I think that he's tasked with is changing the culture at Auburn, but I don't think he understands that also comes with the fan base. His fan base is has now gotten used to a certain way of doing things. That's it's almost a scarcity mindset. A lot of reasons we enamored with this roster is because we've never had a roster like this before. We hadn't had this much talent spread around our offense like this before. highly rated. And what we know now from watching that these guys on the field is like that's not the end all be all. You know, just getting these guys in the building does not mean you're going to win football games. So listen, I just I'm a trust the guy and what he said. He said some amazing things that I like just because his personality type kind of aligns along with mine. He came out and said, like, I met a lot of cool administrative people here, but I don't really trust people. Like he actually said that in the interview, in the press conference. Like, I don't trust it. It's gonna take some time for me to even trust him. Right. And the narrative around Auburn is what all these people got hands and in the program, and like for him to come out in the press conference and say that, like, man, I don't trust these people. And come on, man, like we ain't even got the A-Day yet. So let's get a guy an opportunity. He's who we got. We can't send him back, right? So let's get this guy an opportunity, man, and see what it looks like on the field. Everything he said in this press conference has always led back to I have to prove it on the field. We have to win games. He's not out here selling dreams. He's saying, hey, it has to translate to on the field success. Otherwise, it is null and void. So he's committed to winning, seems like. So I'm gonna hold him to that. And in August, when the first game comes up, we'll get to see what he brings.
Shout out to everybody that was on the panel tonight, man. This is water cooler talk. This is what we talk about when we say we talk that score and we around the water cooler. We come around the water cooler and we debate and we have discussions, man. Shout out to everybody that was on with us tonight. Shout out to everybody that super chatted tonight. Shout out to Ed Darby for coming on. Shout out to Kendall for coming on. Shout out to the Rooster Matt for coming on. Shout out to Ant for coming on, the Insider. Man, we appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat tonight, man. We appreciate y'all. As y'all know, before we get out of here, man, video that's dropping tomorrow. How I would fix the college football playoff system. Make sure you check that out. 7 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow morning.
That needs to be live. That needs to be live.
It may be alive. It may be alive.
Yeah.
After y'all watch it, it's only 8 minutes long. I'm telling you, because it's not difficult. It's not intricate. It's not convoluted. It's a very simple process, and I hope y'all enjoy it. It'll be out tomorrow. Make sure y'all go subscribe to these YouTube channels on YouTube, man. Shout out to our guy Ted. He's on the chat on the panel tonight at its SECs and Tight Sports Alabama Football Megacast. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to him. Shout out to our guy DC Wolf over at Auburn_Addicts TV. I got Dustin over at the Uptempo Podcast. Be Sharp over at Sharpshooter Sports Talk. I got Vandy Chris over at the Golden Broom Podcast. Of course, the Huggy Beard. You saw him on the panel tonight as well. The Huggy Beard himself on YouTube and at the Huggy Beard on Twitter as well. Make sure you go subscribe to JMHO Sports Talk with Coach Sean on YouTube and On the Block Sports with Coach Carl as well. Also, go subscribe to our guy Bubba from Bubba and the Old Man Auburn Sports Talk, man. Can't wait to get some more videos dropping from them as well. And of course, make sure you support the people that support Water Cooler Talk Sports. That's our guy right there. That's my quarterback. Shout out to him, man. Follow our guy DJ. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, man, YouTube at Hollywood_media. That's Hollywood EY. Then, of course, follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. Marcus, what's the slogan, my guy?
Hollywood.
You was a little late there. You was a little late, man.
Wow.
I wouldn't expect you to sit in my way.
It was a little late.
You're still having fun, huh?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Make sure you mess with the people that mess with Water Cooler Talk Sports as well. As we stated, man, before we get out of here, man, please make sure you go follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. And of course, we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2025. We are dangerously close to hitting that number, man. So please hit the subscribe button, like, share the content, comment on the content, interact with it, man. We appreciate y'all so much for continuing to rock with us here around the water cooler as always. Man, we thank you so much, man. Man, Mike McKinney, I can't do it tonight, man. I don't want to mess up my stuff.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to mess it up.
Man.
I got to fix. I ain't trying to mess it up again. Not trying to do it. I'm not trying to mess it up. What's up, Ed?
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to Mendoza and Pavia, man, for making the Heisman finalists, man. Two guys that were literally on our field that the coach that we previously had couldn't see that we needed.
Yeah.
Very true. Very
And-
true.
And don't forget about
And
Utah.
let
Tuberville
Tuberville said that he told him to
Keep it.
get Pavia.
Tuberville,
Hey, we need-
Tuberville
we
told
need
him to get Pavia.
Yeah, that was Tuberville
We need
said.
to,
He told him to get Pavia.
We need to make up a symbol for the previous coach, like Prince had, so we don't have to say his name.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, we could have got Pavia.
Man,
Man,
no.
we could have got anybody on the free, bro, and they still gonna look like Jackson on them.
Yeah,
Boy. I tell
just a
you,
bit-
man.
that's
And with
just
that
put a
being
big-
said,
that's very
a
sad.
big picture of an
But
ass
you-
on the screen.
That's what it looked like.
boom.
I have a question though. I
Alright.
have a question before we get out of here. I want y'all to, if you're still in the chat, I need your help with this. Like I said, we will be introducing a single membership for the chat. We will be asking for super chats during the show and single memberships because we are trying to take this channel to the next level. Is what I'm trying to do here. But I want to ask a question. Would you all be interested in adding a morning show? A morning sports show? If you are interested in
Sure.
that, okay, Ant. All right.
It will be on the road.
Just what I'm saying. It may be on the
Let me
road.
stop,
We're
let me
trying to talk and stuff. If y'all are interested in a morning show, please let me know. Because that's something that we want. We really want to make it a legit network over here. And all type of things. Just trying to keep the content going, talk a little bit outside of Auburn football, because that's what we do here a lot. But we also like to talk SEC and like to talk a lot of other things in college. That's what you see with the videos that I put out sometimes. So if you like a morning show, just let us know in the comments, or you can just hit it in one of the comment sections from us. I probably put a poll out and see if y'all would like that. And just vote on the poll and just let us know what you think from there. And we'll go from there, man. But we appreciate y'all so much, man. We'll be back Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, man. Back around the water cooler as always. Until then, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. Make sure y'all give the man upstairs above his, because he deserves all the praise and all of the glory, man. And until Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, ladies and gentlemen, we are out this thing. Tez, what we doing tomorrow? We are doing what tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow, yeah, 6:30. We are doing the all SEC season team. So if you are available around 6:30, come over to SEC season, and we will be. Well, you guys, I won't be voting. Well, we'll all be voting. You in the chat as well, on the all SEC season team. I think we're doing offense tomorrow, so
Okay.
that should be a fun one. Because I know that the SEC is gonna get it wrong, so I want to hear the fans' opinion, man. We can vote and put out our own all SEC season team. It should be a fun one.
Make sure y'all over there at 6:30 tomorrow afternoon on at its SEC season channel, YouTube channel. So make sure y'all over there for that. We'll be doing live voting for that, man. It's gonna be fun. So make sure y'all check that out. All right, man. We out of here, man. Y'all be easy. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. We back around the water cooler. It is one love, ladies and gentlemen. We out. Y'all be easy. Peace. And guess what? We are gone.
Boys and girls of all ages, you're tuned into the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Yeah.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Water Cooler Talks with your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick. Make sure you like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform so that you never miss an episode.